Hello, beautifuls of the feed. Welcome back to another reading. I'm going to be doing a general reading today, and this general reading is going to have a focus, and we're going to focus on twin flame. So let's do twin flame energy today and see what general energy is going to come out for that. So what we got going today is the Ace of Pentacles has come out, and the Ace of Pentacles is a really interesting card. I find it. It's opportunities, like a new venture, kind of like prosperity. You know, the universe is kind of like offering you this like new prosperity venture. And we have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands really gives a sense of perseverance. You know, you're kind of like going through a lot. You're really taking a defense, maintaining a lot of control here. So there's this new venture coming and new prosperity, and you're taking defense and you're really trying to keep that prosperity intact. So it's very interesting. So this new venture that I'm getting seems like this gives me a vibe of, you know, the twin flame has had some realizations. I feel like this is a very realization that there's been a lot through this kind of relationship through the Seven of Wands here. In relation to that, we have the Two of Swords and we have the Six of Swords. Lots of swords. Okay, 2 and 6. So the Two of Swords is really giving a sense of, you know, like some decisions to make, you know, being very stalemate, you know, being very defensive to things that are unseen and being almost like blinded to it. Like I really get that blinded feeling of like taking defense. And I feel like it's very interesting. I feel like this defensive feeling is very, very defensive. Like standing up for yourself, you know? It's kind of like what I'm getting. We have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is really kind of like moving through it, you know, like transitioning, moving on, you know, really like leaving behind something that is kind of annoying and is frustrating, and it maybe could be a possibility that it might hold you back. We have the Tower card. This is very interesting in a twin flame kind of sense. I feel like this is very much just giving me like there is a lot going on. And I feel like for you, there is a lot going on. There is this whole moment where like the Tower moment is happening because the Tower just came out and it took me back a little bit. I feel like you're going to be taken back a little bit. It's going to feel like everything's going to crumble. And I really feel like it's going to make you feel like you're going to go back into the old ways. Very interesting feeling. Let's get some more cards and see where this goes. I don't think that you're going to go back into old ways, though. I think this is going to be one of those moments where it really has a different kind of vibe. I get this energy that feels really different. These cards. Alrighty, we got some cards. So this was the first one that came out, and then this kind of dumped out over here, and this was at the bottom here, and that was the one that came out. So let's put that one on the top. This is a lot of cards here. So the first one is the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles here is really giving that kind of vibe of balancing like the decisions. You have priorities, and you're really like, you know, got priorities, and I feel like there is change going on. So you're very adaptive. You're being very like adapting to something. So this is very interesting because the Tower card has come out before this one. So it's very much like it feels different, you know, like it doesn't seem like this thing's going to fall, even though it feels like it. There's going to be this moment where it just feels like everything's going to crash and crumble and fall. But there is going to be this balance come in, and it's going to be very interesting, to say the least. Okay, the next one is the King of Swords, and this one's giving head over heart. You know, you're going to be very in your head. You're going to be very strategic, and you're going to like be very practical about whatever this is. Very interesting. I feel like there is this new sense of prosperity coming from this, but I feel like with this new sense of prosperity here, something had to fall and move out of the way. So it does seem like this could be a karmic relationship that is moving aside for the twin flame energy here to come in and be very prosperous and new venture. But I feel like the tower here had to fall, and you're very much in your head at this sense. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is really giving a sense of, you have a sense of like responsibility, and you're very hardworking. And I feel like there needs to be some sort of efficiency with this card, like very efficient, hardworking. It's definitely what I'm getting. The next card is the King of Pentacles, so abundance. So it very much seems to be that this is your destiny, is abundance and this prosperity. So I feel like with this tower moment that's happening, I feel like the balance and that stuff, it really just brings back that abundance mindset. And as much as it's throwing you off for like not very long at all, you're really going to come back to that mindset. You're not going to let this person affect you the way that you have been before. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So this one's really giving like, spending some money, rewarding yourself, or even being rewarded. So this abundance mindset really brings reward, and it brings in that kind of like creature comforts, like fruitful spending or like overspending sometimes, which is very rewarding to some people, like shopping therapy or whatever it is. It very connected to nature too. So I find that very interesting. It's very like interesting energy that's coming out. This one was upside down, so it is the Ten of Swords and it's upside down. So it's like very much being freed from this pain or like something that's been there latched onto you in your life. And as much as this is, I feel like this is like how to get away from your karmic, or like get away from your karmic connection so that you can find your twin flame. I really get that from this reading. So far, we have Temperance, which is, it's been woven. It's kind of what I just said. Like it's been woven. If you get away from the situation, then this twin flame situation is going to, or if you get away from the karmic, it's going to make the twin flame situation just, like flame, like a fire, and just burn so brightly. I feel like the universe really wants this because the Temperance card really gives me that patience, being in the middle ground, kind of just like be patient, let things weave in the background. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune, and this one was like actually upside down as I pulled it out. So the Wheel of Fortune upside down can kind of like really give me no change, like no change in a cycle, like fate's not been kind of made. Or how do I say that? Fate's not happening because you made a bad decision or something, like it's the wrong choice. So I really feel like this situation is giving me the vibe of the Wheel of Fortune's really saying that like maybe you're going to let this karmic connection back in after this tower, after taking defense, after the frustration, the arguments and stuff. You become very balanced in your head and you're like, not going to let it affect me. You're going to be free from the pain, and I feel like you're going to let things be woven. But I really feel like this Wheel of Fortune upside down is really giving like no change, like it gives no change, because I feel like there's a sense of maybe being patient, but like you feel like there is no change, like because things take time. We have the Lovers upside down. Yeah. Which gives this unity, like it really does kind of go to show that this is about like moving towards your twin flame. So as much as I get twin flame energy from this first card, there is a process to get to that, and to get to this prosperity and this abundance and the, like this connection that you're really kind of searching for, if that's the case. Love is upside down is really disunity, disconnect, lack of action in a connection. So it really also goes to show that this karmic connection is just disconnected. Like it's a lack, that's not a great connection to have. It's like disunity. It's not unity. And it's really what I'm getting from those two cards being that way. We have the Eight of Swords upside down. So Lots of upside down cards, and I have to like think a little bit harder sometimes when they come out like that. So Eight of Swords upside down would be like free from anxiety, not feeling, like healing the trauma, and not feeling so hopeless. You feel more hope. So I feel like with this sense of this disunity, it does seem like there is a wrong choice that's made, but I feel like there is some hope here. It's just very interesting, right? Like some hope in this. Justice is upside down. I'm just going to pull out the last cards and see what they are. We have the Star right way up. We have the World right way up. And then we have the Two of Wands right way up. And then we have the King of Wands right way up. Very interesting that there's just this one section where there's 4 cards and that card. So yeah, justice upside down is really like no justice. So it's really kind of going to show that like you have hope for this situation, maybe this karmic connection, but there is no justice, right? But then we have the Star come out, and that gives like a rejuvenated hope. And I feel like this is just giving the sense that I think this justice, and I feel like these wrong decisions kind of coming are really kind of, you never know. Like, I shouldn't say wrong decisions, right? Like they could be just decisions that you make. Maybe you want to do this. Maybe you want to learn lessons. Maybe, I don't know what it's like to be someone else really, because I'm me. So with the Star, it really gives me like the rejuvenated hope and faith, in the universe to really line you up with something that is correct. The world is what comes. You have the world in your hands. You start thinking differently. You start having a different mindset. It's really going to show that like this tower moment is going to be very difficult, and when it comes to the truth, and really seeing it. And I feel like there's a little bit of issue with being impatient, with waiting, maybe not waiting, but disconnecting from the feeling of waiting so that things can come to fruition. We have travel to, or like thinking of travel, like movement, the Two of Wands here. The world before it and the Star, like, maybe you want to travel. I really get that from that. And then we have the King of Wands here that has come out last. And the King of Wands gives me big picture leader overcoming challenges. So as much as there's a lot of frustration and a lot of this going through all of this, really, like when it comes to it, you're kind of like going to see the big picture. You're going to be a leader. You're going to overcome the challenge. Like you're really going to move forward. And I really get that. This is where that rejuvenated hope and faith comes from. Definitely in the universe, the world. And you're going to like want to just go out into the world and travel and like experience new things, maybe go on an adventure. So this is what our reading is today. It's very much like a development tarot for Twin Flame, because I really get that there is a Twin Flame coming in. I'm going to just clarify a bunch of cards, but we're going to get a daily affirmation first. I'm going to test this out and just do them a little bit earlier in the video. Sometimes I leave it to like 40 minutes, and I don't know if people watch to that point, but I really want to change this around so that you get to see the daily affirmation. I kind of want to do it at the beginning, but I feel like I should do it like, after I do this part. We have strength. Everything I need is within me. That is literally our affirmation for today. Strength. Everything I need is within me. If you claim that and you hard claim that, then definitely type it in the comments and claim it. Alrighty, so now what I want to do is I want to clarify Twin Flame energy. I really want to see what is kind of coming for that energy, and not so much the karmic energy that you need to get away from, or the karmic energy that is currently in your energy. That's what I'm getting from it. Okay, Terra Volatile, please can you clarify this connection that's coming in, the Ace of Pentacles, this new venture, this new prosperous venture. Twin Flame energy, please. And I would just like to see how this person is going to approach you, how they're going to come in, like, let's just go. I don't have to really ask. I know you already know. The Knight of Swords, and you can't really, like, say that, like, anything, because it literally just came out. And you know what? If I open it to where it was, this card's Temperance, if we really want to go like that, and then on the bottom it's Lovers. I just saw that. So as much as I don't normally do that, I saw them with my eyes and I'm like, yep, there we go. It kind of like really represents like what I saw. and how I'm feeling about this twin flame connection. It's saying be very patient. It's weaving it in the background. It's coming in very quickly. It's been woven very quickly. The Knight of Swords. And the Lovers is divine unity and connection. It's really giving me like soul connection, twin flame, soulmate. But really in this reading, I asked for twin flame. So it is twin flame connection. It's like true twin flame connection coming in. And a lot of my readings really do state that you're being prepared by the universe for this connection, for this relationship, for this abundant journey. And I really feel like a lot of karmic connections are really preparing you for a twin flame. And then twin flames, I don't know, this is my theory, twin flames are preparing you for your soulmate. It's just very interesting. I feel like twin flame can be your soulmate because I've done, I have my own little experiences and stuff, and I feel like I have a soulmate, and I think they're also my twin flame at the same time. And I think maybe they're also a karmic at the same time. So it's like a lot. But honestly, if you want to talk to me about it in the comments, I'd love to know what you think about karmics, twin flames, and soulmates, and how you think they all kind of line up. But yeah, we really get that like being patient is really the key to twin flame here. This connection that's coming in. Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. It's really giving like financial security. This person is very financially secure. They are practical, right? Like they're practical and they very creature comforts. Like I can imagine they like feeding the birds or something, with a bird feeder or I feel like they're a very genuine, nice person that is very calming to be around. We have the Two of Pentacles, which is this balance feeling. So interestingly enough, I feel like this person is coming in through this. It's just very interesting. Like we have the Ace of Pentacles. They have come in. They are going to bring a prosperous feeling and a new adventure. But this stuff has happened, like there is a lot of happiness at the beginning. But then like after the beginning of here, it's like the Tower happens. And I feel like it brings you a lot of chaotic feelings. We have the balance in the background, and I feel like this balance comes from this person coming in. I feel like maybe you might make a phone call, or you might talk to them, or they may also just have a conversation with you. I'm getting conversation, and it's very balanced. It's going to like make you feel so calm and feel like at ease with everything. Whether it's a phone call or a message, or it's just telepathic communication, it's just going to make you feel so calm having this person and knowing that they're there. But they're very much coming in, right? Like they're coming very quickly. So I think there could be a conversation of some sort. Is there anything else that we can get for the twin flame energy, please? Very interesting. Defensive. Taking defense. Two of Swords. Okay, what? That flew out. The Three of Cups. So what I get from this is like taking offense with the Three of Cups. I feel like this is a social thing. I feel like there's three people involved here. It's definitely not a cheating situation. It's definitely to do with the karmic. It's to do with your twin flame, and it's to do with you. I feel like this situation is going to involve maybe just the mentioning of like this person to the other person. And taking defense is very much like, yeah, it seems very interesting, right? Like this taking defense and this third party, and it's very interesting. The third party is definitely the karmic, trying to cause problems. Taking defense, I feel like this person that is your twin flame feels it, and like that connection you have, I feel like they feel it, and they're taking defense, and they're blind to it. They don't realize, and they don't understand why they feel defensive. Wow. The Hanged Man, they're going to release it. Yeah. They're going to sacrifice and release this feeling. They're going to be very good about it. And I feel like they're going to bring to you something that is going to help you sacrifice and release too. It's really beautiful. I love the working togetherness of this. So interestingly enough, this person sees a need for a tower moment for you, for whatever's happening. This is very much lining up with what's going on. They see a need for it because it's holding you back in your finances. It could be holding you back in your growth as a person. and it's keeping you like impoverished, like in a way, because I feel like it's a very negative situation to be in. It feels very negative, and it feels like it can hold you down, like it can, like moon energy. This person like gives you moon energy when you're around them. So I feel like your twin flame has a need for this tower moment to be happening. I think they know. Like they know. I really feel like they know and they feel it and they understand and they've seen it for a long time probably. Some people care so much that they don't say really anything, but they mention like, why would, like they just, question it. They question it in a way by like asking a question, right? But like, I don't think they'll be mean about it. And they won't like force you to do anything. And I think they'll just leave it to be up to you. So the Nine of Wands came out, and the Nine of Wands is really interesting because it gives me a lot of like mental energy, but it's also like taking a last stand and like resilience. So I really think that your twin flame really sees a lot of strength in you, right? Like resilience. We have the strength card here. They see this in you, and they're going to be there for you through whatever that is happening in this situation. I really, really get that. And I feel like you are taking a last stand with the situation. Your twin flame sees that you need to take a last stand with the situation because it is detrimental to the future of your life. Karmic relationships, once you've learnt your lessons, you really need to kind of move away from them and disconnect from them because they were there for a reason. And once you learn those lessons, you kind of need to move on for the cycle to move on. And so it's not stagnant anymore, which I was getting from the upside down cards is that this is going to feel stagnant and in a stalemate until a decision is made. And as much as I'm saying you have to make a decision, these readings can be for anyone, and you can take the advice that I say, whether you want to or not. I do this for entertainment because I live in New Zealand and I have to say that. But most of the time, at the end of the day, it's up to you, okay? I'm not telling anyone what to do. This is just what the cards are saying. So let's move on to a couple of oracle cards. I think I'm going to go straight on to just like a Amazon card today. So let's just do that, and let's get an Amazon card. And if you do get to this point, please like the video. If you are resonating, please subscribe. If you're brand new, join the Soul family here on Oracle Tarot Benji, and also leave a comment if you feel like it. And it's not necessary to leave a comment because, like, at the end of the day, I understand. Holy moly, macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. Cheese and hot dogs. All right, so we have 3. I'm going to do that, and we'll place them down. Pick a number between 1, 2, and 3, or pick all 3, and that's your card for today. So we're going to do number 1 first, and it is this card, and it is Angel of Language. It's Sarishta. This is your card today if you picked number 1. Well done. Congratulations. This is not a game show. Okay. It's number 11 too, if you'd like to know the number. The Angel of Language. The limits of my language means the limits of my world. Ludwig Wittgenstein. He said that. Okay. This says, if you have drawn this card, Surester awakens memories of this innate ability you possess, namely awareness of the language of light. This awareness may be explicit, but undoubtedly implicit. You also know about the power of a vibration of words and thoughts, and you have the inner discipline to observe and supervise your mental processes, and you measure your speech with care. Words can wound and words can heal, and now you always choose the healing words. Although this may not have been the case in the past, still in your spiritual journey, you have gained this wisdom. And this is not an insignificant aspect of your personal evolution into higher levels of consciousness. You may practice affirmations or chant mantras. I sure do. Do you? The source stories are... Oops. You may practice there, okay, and feel the profound effects that these empowering words have on your life. Stories connect directly to our creative imagination, the source of creation. Reflect on the synchronistic events in your life. An image of a friend or family member pops up in your mind, and within a minute or so they call you. A tune comes to mind, and then immediately after the song plays on the radio, you somehow knew or felt at an intuitive level when a loved one was in difficulties, and you acted on this because you trusted your instincts. These are signs and messages that you are tuned into this high frequency. You are indeed on the right path to embracing with cognize and the language of light. Angels communicate with humans with the language of light, and that resonates with every cell of our body. You know about the power of vibration of words and thoughts, and you measure your speech with care. You are on the right path to embracing with cognize the language of light. So that's our first one. Number 1, that's your card. Number 2, Angel of Courage, Artun Sangha. This one here really lines up with this reading today. You know, we got the Leo vibes here with the lion. We got the Leo strength card. It's really daily affirmation for the whole reading. And we have perseverance and strength coming through with the tower. Like, you know, I can handle anything the universe throws at me. So, beautiful card. If you pick number 2, it's number 9. And number 9 says, to boldly go to where no one has gone before. Star Trek. Okay, the meaning of this card. If you have drawn the card Artun Sangha, you are a person who consistently chooses to act with courage over fear and anxiety. These acts are not necessarily physical bravery. Nevertheless, you always decide your actions by following your inner heart and ethical precepts, no matter the situation or consequences. And this is the definition of courage. You could say that life offers us many opportunities to display courage, whether you are facing adversity, letting go, or moving on from relationship or bereavement, leaving loved one at familiar surroundings, or standing eye to eye with illness or suffering. If so, then call upon the angel of courage to give you the confidence and inspiration to act always with dignity, following your heart's decisions and moral principles, no matter what the consequences could be. Feeling the fear, yet choosing to act, this is courage. You are a warrior of the heart. Number 2, you are a warrior. I'm a warrior. Okay, number 10. Ooh, if you pick number 3, this is beautiful because this kind of goes with the Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, new venture, you know. It's the angel of prosperity. This one has legitly never came out. So this is a very special reading today. We got a card that came out that it has never come out before. So it means it's time. It is time. I tell you, it's time for this message. The angel of prosperity. If you want love and abundance in your life, give it away. Mark Twain. Okay, I'm going to read this whole one since it hasn't come out. I normally just read like the meaning of the card, so I'm going to go into like the whole thing for this one. So let's get to it. This angelic being in Indian culture is known as Samagnishtha, which means beautiful princess. In this card, she stands in front of a celestial temple, inspiring love, beauty, abundance, and gentleness. In her hand, she holds a jar of aromatic balm. And following from this are iridescent waves that transmit the sublime fragrance of flowers. She is a specialist in extraction and distillation of balm, scents, and incense for flowering plants found only on Earth. Her delightful perfumes are a source of joy and contentment for these celestial beings. The lianas and flowers show how nature delights us with her beauty. The shapes, the colors, the scents, and the flowers are innovations to love and harmony. In the Indian and Amazonian cultures, people place flowers in their bath. When you give yourself a thorough bath, these flowers attract subtle yet vibrant energies that permeate your skin and illuminate your auric field. People use floral baths for varying purposes depending on the need. Some baths are for attracting a positive outcome, such as job interview or an exam. Specific flowers and aromatic leaves are used for clearing negative, stagnant atmosphere from following arguments, disputes, and conflicts. Angels and celestial beings have an expanded sensory awareness covering a far broader spectrum than humans. They perceive the enigmatic, aromatic vibrancy of the flower to be a source of mystic wisdom and power. The fragrant and evocative aroma of plants and flowers on Earth is a unique phenomenon in the universe. For these higher spiritual beings, It is a euphoric experience. It is a veritable banquet of fragrancy and euphoric perfumes that fills them with great satisfaction and harmony. The flowers emanate aromas to attract birds and insects to their nectar and pollen for their fertilization. Among humans, this is reflected in the awareness that perfumes attract others and enhance our being. Flowers also symbolize love, purity, beauty, tenderness, joy, and authentic spiritual essence of life. The knowledge of extracting natural aromatic oils from flowers, leaves, and tree barks has been extant since the ancient civilizations in Egypt, China, and Mesopotamia. The aromatic oils played a pivotal role in healing and ritual offerings. The Bible frequently describes the burning of incense as an offering to God. In more modern times, Paracelsus 1493 to 1541 said the inner nature of plants might be discovered by their outer forms of signatures. The inner or spiritual quality is where he saw the spirit of life reside. Shamans recognized the spiritual powers and qualities of plants in many ways. The colors of the flowers, their perfumes, the shape, the form, and their leaves, where they are growing and in what ways, the moods they evoke, and the geographical, cultural, and mythological landscapes they occupy. Zelandia speaks of flowers, aromas, and energies that attract, and that outer prosperity or flourishing in the world reflects an inner state of abundance. Some of this inner state attributes are a sense of self-value, a deep knowing that everything is how it should be, and feeling of gratitude for everything that you have received in life. From this sense of gratitude, you've gained the wisdom that giving and sharing with others is actually part of your forward trajectory. Zelandia wants you to know that giving does not diminish your prosperity, but allowing this energy to flow through you enhances and amplifies your inner sense of abundance, which is reflected in our outer prosperity. Wow. Okay. If you resonate with number 10, this one, let me know. If you picked number 3, if you picked all 3, then wow, that's epic. I'm just going to go over the thoughts for reflection for this one because probably just going to go over some of the same stuff, but let's just do it. Outer prosperity is flourishing in the world. Outer prosperity or flourishing in the world reflects an inner state of abundance. When you give yourself a floral bath, these flowers attract stubble yet vibrant energies that permeate your skin and illuminate your auric field. Whatever desire or project you wish to embark on, see, smell, taste, touch, and feel as if it has already happened, and it will. Manifestation. We ended on manifestation. Well, if you joined me and you got here to the end, thank you so much for watching. And honestly, thanks just watching anyway. Subscribe if you know, like, comment, all that great stuff. Check out a personal reading if you would like one from me. They are half price until the 1st of January. And honestly, it's not a big deal. You don't have to get one. If you do prefer the free ones, then that's fine by me. Honestly, I absolutely love doing this. It's pretty much my passion. I love doing it. Like, I don't know how to express it so much more without sounding desperate. But anyway, I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you in another one. All right, bye-bye.